All right. One of the questions that has come up multiple times is how do I make uh, present a PowerPoint or a Keynote or a Google Slides when I'm working on through the Zoom format, because normally when you do a presentation, you do it on a TV or you do it on a um, projector on a screen. Your computer becomes where you read your notes, and all that is seen on the TV or on the screen is what you want your audience to see. Well, in the Zoom software, it doesn't work really well that way. So I'm going to take this particular PowerPoint. This is one that we created a long time ago. This has an embedding in there that I need to actually fix. But normally you can embed a video into your PowerPoint and so forth, but this one's not working. So at this point, after you've completed your presentation, you have it already, you're going to do a save as. And you're going to save it. I'm going to save it to my desktop as a PDF. So then when I export it, it's saved to my desktop. I no longer need this, so I'll close that out. I'm going to open it up. And here is my presentation. It's ready to go. Now, you have to look at your settings to make sure that this is a wide screen item. If I was using something else, like say, if I was using this document, I have it shown so it shows the entire document when I'm showing it, so that you're not cutting it off halfway through. And you can do that in your Zoom settings, which is under View, Zoom, and you can go to your fit your width or fit your height, whatever it is you need to do. It's either fit height or fit width. So then all you have to do is use your arrow keys or your page up and down, and you can go ahead and go through. And by doing it this way, this is all people see. And so when you use Zoom, rather than using Zoom and saying I want to show the whole screen, just highlight this particular item. So that's the only thing that people are seeing, and that's a great way to do that. So that's how you do it in PowerPoint. All right. Now, if you happen to be an Apple user like I am, I use Apple all the time, and I happen to love using the Apple computers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to where I have my PowerPoints saved. In fact, I am going to go to one of these. Here we go. All right, so this is for our fall semester, and I have it all set up. It's ready to go, and sometimes I change pictures and stuff or colors, and I'll let you all decide how you want to do that kind of stuff. Yes, I still have my embedding here, you'll see. And I got that off of YouTube and embedded it in my document, and you can actually Google that. There's a YouTube video that will teach you how to do that. Now, you have the same problem on here that you have with PowerPoint. If you try to play it, it will take over your screen. It's not designed for what we're trying to do. So how do I do this? Well, in this case, I'm going to go on File. I'm going to do Export, and I'm going to export it to an HTML. So I do an HTML. I'm going to go back to my desktop again, just simply because I want to quickly find it so I can show you how to do it. You can see it's creating an HTML document. I found the PDF, for whatever reason, doesn't work the same. So I've done it as an HTML. So here was that document I was working on. When I opened it up, you can see the word index. That's what you need. You're going to click on the word index, and that's going to turn it into this HTML document, and you can go ahead at this point you can go ahead and you can show this. And I want to enlarge this, so I'm doing a Command plus, and that enlarges just what you're seeing on the screen. Again, I went a little bit too far, so I'm doing a Command minus. Now you can see I see a little bit of black around it. I share it the same way as I did the other with Zoom. I'm only showing this particular presentation. I'm not showing my whole desktop. If you'll notice, my embedding works. Now, in order for the music to work, we usually turn on our video about 20 to 30 minutes before we started gathering. We'll have the music on. You need to make sure you're not muted so that the sound will go through your computer system. But that's how it works. And again, I can arrow down or up, whatever I need to do. And this is how I do how we do our thing. So it works really well. It's not a problem. Now, let's show one last item. Let me go ahead and close this out. I'm going to bring over Google Slides. I'm in Google Slides. You can create your own. You can start from new. I happen to have one here that I've got from somebody else, another missionary who had done this, and she was sharing how she did it. So she goes, how do I share this? Well, with Google Slides, you can present and do it like this, and that works. Works pretty good to do it with Google Slides. And all I did was hit the present. But how might I do it the other way? Well, you can also go in and publish it to the web. And if you notice, this comes up, and here is the web address. You can email it to yourself. But I want to have this, so I click on it. I'm going to copy and do a Command C, and then I'm going to paste it. I'm doing a Command V and enter, and there it is as an HTML. So it's really easy to be able to show it just like I did with the Mac. But there's another method you can use, and that is you can go into here and you can download as a PDF document, just like we did with the PowerPoint from Microsoft. There's the document name. I'm putting it in my desktop. So I'm going to close it in. I'm going to exit out of here because I don't need that anymore. And here's my file on desktop. I open it up, and just like it did on PowerPoint, there it is. It's ready to go, and all I'm doing is my arrow keys up and down. So you have three ways you can create a presentation. One is through PowerPoint. The second is through Microsoft, through Apple's Keystone program. Or the third one is by using Google Slides, which are available to you. If you're not sure how to create a presentation out of those, you can always go into and do a search. I use Google a lot. Sometimes I use Safari. Sometimes I use Firefox. There's lots of browsers out there. But you can go ahead and Google it, and usually there's a YouTube video or something out there that will teach you how to do that. The other thing you can do is if you're not comfortable, you can always create your slides here with Microsoft. Let's just create a new one, and you can do it either, this is called Portrait. I'm going to change my page setup. Just for this, I'm going to go Landscape. And so again, you can do it this way. And so you can do your slides this way. Yeah, you can change your fonts and all that kind of stuff. And so you say, okay, so what do I do now? Well, the thing you do here is, again, you save it as a PowerPoint, or excuse me, as a PDF document is one of the easiest ways. You save it as a PDF. And I'm going to open up my test, and you see there it is. And you notice on this time you can see, but you can't quite see the whole thing. So I'm going to go back to Zoom. I'm going to fit the width. Okay, I don't like the way it looks, so I'm going to fit the height. Okay. So still, there we go. Now you could go ahead and page down or up, or arrow down or up. And obviously inside of Word, you can change your fonts and so forth, whatever word processing program you use. We also had a student once that instead of doing this, we've had a student that had a portable whiteboard. You can write on the whiteboard. You know, I want to read D&C section 4. So they just, every time they wanted to do something, they would write it on the whiteboard. That's perfectly acceptable. One student made all their things in advance as strips of paper, had them cut out, and they held them out. Just make sure you make the fonts big enough that they're readable so that everybody can read whatever you're going to do. So that's my hint for the day. I hope it helps some of you, and good luck to you. Have a great day. Thank you.